Hi, welcome to Johanna Banana, Georgia edition. And you guys are in for a real treat because my Georgia edition is going to be short. Aiden's really happy. He doesn't have to do a lot of editing because I'm not going to be talking about my insane, horrible, old love life. So, Aiden and I are in Georgia. Yes, we are in Georgia. This is our first major vacation that we have ever really taken.
Yep.
Now, you're saying, why did you guys pick Georgia? Yes, well, we picked Georgia because my dad, as you know, was a single dad for by the time when I was 3 years old to the time I was 9 years old. He was a priest, and what's the priest's busiest day? It's Sunday. And so there are certain families that rallied around my dad and I when I was little. When my dad first joined the church, I was 3 years old. And everybody kind of rallied around my dad, and I had three surrogate families, and we are visiting one of my surrogate families, and she is the last. She's my last surrogate mother that is still with us. The other two passed away. And so after my dad passed away, I really felt the need to see her. She was my parents' best friend. And when my stepmother was going downhill, she was the first person to call. When I knew my dad was dying, she was the first person I called. And it's so funny because when I called her, because when you lose a parent, you feel like you're 3 years old again. It really doesn't matter how old you are. You feel like you're 3 years old again. And so I called her, and I still remember she's kind of a shoot from the hip kind of lady, and I love her. And so the first thing I said to her, I don't know, I was hysterical and upset, and she said, "Well, honey, we're all getting old. We're getting old, honey." And yeah, and so this is why I'm here, because my dad, if anything, has taught me from losing my dad kind of abruptly and unexpectedly, is that life is short and that you really need to take some time to visit loved ones and remember, remember the people and places and things that shaped you into the person that you are today. And it's just so great that she gets to see Aiden. They met Aiden. She and her husband met Aiden when Aiden was a baby. But it's just so awesome that we have spent a week with them. And today is Aiden's 16th birthday. Happy birthday, Yep. Aiden. Can't believe he's 16. Please tell me I don't look old enough to have a 16-year-old child. I hope I don't. My birthday's next week, so I'm still looking young. I'm still holding on to 43 as long as I can. Anyways, so we are in Georgia, and let's talk about what we've had such an amazing time here because it's so different from Arizona. Aiden is a native Arizonan. And so what was one of the first things that you noticed here in Georgia?
Everything's green.
Yes, everything is green. They have huge trees, enormous trees, like out of a scary book, huge, they're called oak trees, and they have like this cool moss stuff coming off of them. And I, of course, did touch the moss. Aiden was like, "Don't touch the moss, there's bugs in it." I didn't care. Here's the funny thing. The bugs loved Aiden. Seriously, it was like out of a cartoon. In a cartoon when you see bugs buzzing around? Yeah, Aiden actually literally ran with bugs buzzing around him. And I was just like...
Yeah, the first second I walked outside, it was right on my arm.
Yeah, it's a big bug. It's a big bug.
Oh, yeah, it was huge, like this big.
But we saw other things besides bugs. Aiden saw for the first time...
a squirrel.
Yeah, I had never seen a squirrel before. And what did you think it was at first, Aiden?
I thought it was a gopher.
Thought it was a gopher or a groundhog. He thought it was. He didn't know because he'd only read about them. You know, he had never really actually seen them. So it was pretty cool to see my child experience something new. You know, because when you're in the teenage Bill, it's like, yeah, whatever. Phone, computer. But I got my kid out. And we walked. We walked 6 miles, 5 miles, I don't know which. It took us all day long. But we walked this lovely, lovely island. And it was great. Another thing that we did was we did a biplane tour.
Oh, yeah.
You love planes. I was a little scared because it's open deck. And I have motion sickness, so I popped the Dramamine, and we got into the plane, and we did the biplane tour, and that was awesome. Yeah. Really beautiful. We got to see all of this beautiful island, and then then my surrogate big sister took us to the ocean. Yes, we got to see the ocean for the first time. Aiden got to swim in the ocean for the first time. He loved it. He loved it. And, you know, it's really cool because I'm a Bay Area girl, as some of my viewers know. Some of my viewers are still Bay Area people. That's awesome. And hello, Stinson Beach. These beaches, they're cold. Even Southern California beaches, Oceanside, Santa Ana Beach. They're cold beaches, right? Mission Beach. They are cold beaches. But here, it's not. The Atlantic, it was warmer, and Aiden just swam and swam and swam. I, of course, got sunburned, because it was an overcast day, and we did not apply our sunscreen correctly, but
nope.
Yeah. So that was awesome. And then the other thing that we did today, which was really cool, and this is, again, thanks to my big sis there, my surrogate big sis, was that we went to a salt room. Yes, Aiden and I experienced a salt room, and this was pretty cool. I don't know, I've never done these like, I don't know, salt therapy breathing rooms, but I'm always up for a new adventure and to try something new, and it's supposed to help your breathing and your allergies. It was cool. So at the end of our little Georgia special, we are going to show some clips of these beautiful trees so you can see how green it is. I have some viewers in Virginia, so of course you're like, we know green trees, okay? But for us, we were taken aback, okay? And so we will show that. We are also going to be showing the lovely salt room, and so that will be at the end of the episode. But we had a great trip. It really did. It was really awesome. It was great to reconnect with my surrogate family again. Awesome to see. I love them. I love my big sister. My dad was very close to them. My dad came out here at one point, and so it's very nice to be out here where my dad was. My dad came out here. He baptized their granddaughter, and so he stayed here, and I'm staying in the room that my dad stayed in. So it's nice. I feel very connected. Of course, I did get a little bit emotional. You know, I'm still grieving for my dad, so we had a little bit of emotional issues. But it's nice, and I really think that my dad would be very happy that we made a trip out to see them. And, I'm grateful because we wouldn't have been able to do this trip without my dad. And I'm forever grateful for that. And I'm forever grateful to my surrogate family. And even though we're not religious by any means, growing up at the church, having a good community, that was special to me. That meant something to me. And I am forever grateful for that upbringing and for all the surrogate families that took care of me when I was a little girl. So Aiden and I are in Georgia, and being from the desert, we have never seen trees. And check this out. I mean, these are gorgeous trees. These are oak trees. And the really cool thing about these trees is they have this cool moss on them. And this is just a beautiful neighborhood. Everybody has porches, which is just so incredible. I just love the porches. I love these homes. You do not see this in Arizona.
and it's awesome. So, very cool. Just wanted to show you the neighborhood in Georgia that Ada and I are staying at. It's called The Commons. It's very nice.